Hey, howdy, hey, folks. We're going to be doing some more community Fortnite tonight. And, we got a problem here. Of course, it decided it wanted to glitch on me. So, stand by just a moment as we get this squared away. Okay, what happened here? Okay. I think I might need to refresh some of the stuff on the website. That is a little peculiar. There we go. Okay, now that is operational. So let me just double check that we actually have sound here. And then we're going to be bringing folks. Okay, you know, we're not going to bother with that. We're just going to unmute that. And we will just press forward as this. All right. Greetings, Bastion and Light. How are you doing? Oh, there we go. My bad. Something happened here. There we go. Okay. Greetings, Bastion and Light. How are things going with you?
Hello. Doing well. We're also playing Fortnite.
You are indeed. Well, I should be perishing here in just a moment if you want to jump on board.
Well,
oh my!
Actually, I mean I was thinking of kidnapping you into our game.
Oh.
You can do it. I'm not stopping you. I can't stop you.
Well, I just perished, so that's possible.
We're gonna have to leave Bastion since there's already people.
Sorry.
You have to go to the lobby.
All right, returning to the lobby here. How's Thanksgiving been going? Well, the Thanksgiving weekend.
Pretty good.
Fat.
Did you say fat?
Yes, very much so.
I guess that is very appropriate, so. All right, let's see here. There we go. We got that squared away. Let's see here. For this Thanksgiving up here in Alaska, it's been some pretty decent weather. It was around 0 degrees on Wednesday, and then yesterday we got a Chinook wind, meaning that a warm wind came up from Hawaii and just kind of took the entire area and started to cause the snow to melt. So now we got a whole bunch of ice out there, and I am not looking forward to having to walk on that stuff over the coming days. It's one of the problems of living up here is that then you have to deal with that challenge. What is this? Bee Tycoon?
Welcome to my domain.
your domain?
Because
oh my
name, my real name translates to honeybee.
Oh, that explains a lot.
So, welcome to my domain.
Indeed. Your domain.
Yes.
Well, indeed.
We're completing quests that has us going to creator-made islands, and one of them has to be a tycoon, and I just saw Bee Tycoon.
Uh-huh. Well, that's very appropriate.
Yep.
Gonna take a quick little check.
check.
Indeed. All right. So what do you do in this game mode?
Well,
well, with most
Well,
tycoon games,
we'll let her figure it out.
Uh-huh. So
We'll
a
let
bunch
him
of bees, that means I need to
experience.
pull out a fly swatter and just go around and hit as many bugs as I can find? Okay, sure, I can do that.
It might be later down the line. We haven't gone
And
that far
am I
yet.
also supposed to whack things that have a name translated to bee, or is that off limits?
I don't know.
You don't know. Uh-huh. Well, if I find a hammer, then I'll have to splat every bug that I see.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
We might have to splat a few, just not the bees.
Indeed. So how long is your break for?
My break?
Your the holiday break.
Oh, well, I didn't exactly get one, but
yeah,
Uh-huh.
we're still doing classes. It's just right now for Thanksgiving. We just had Thursday off. I don't know about Friday for some people.
What is this world? Claim free honey. Ooh, honey. I need to change the volume on this here. Apply. There we go. Better. Claim Bee Buddy. Why is it not allowing me to claim a Bee Buddy? Oh, now I have.
You have to walk over the button.
Oh, hey, it's a thing of me. I guess that means I'm the winner right now. Oh, there's the little bee
No,
buddy.
we're just gonna be neighbors.
Oh. Name of bee. Oh. What's that thing? Huh. Well, this is a much more inviting place than that horrible Simpsons themed version of the game right now.
Oh, I forgot to send the. I think I forgot to send the trailer for the event tomorrow, but it's gonna have all the what are they called? I'm blanking on the name. With all the people, Godzilla, Star Wars,
the references, the crossovers.
the references, the crossovers. Yes, they're gonna have all the crossovers in the event tomorrow.
Uh-huh. Upgrade. 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 Ooh. Okay, so I've upgraded a lot. I can whack this for more. Ho, ho, ho. It's kind of like that cookie clicker thing.
Yeah, that's basically what most tycoons are. With Fortnite.
So, little bee buddy, will you help me out? Or are you just going to stand there
Yeah,
floating?
he whacks the beehive on the occasion.
What is this over here?
And then when you pull out the signal emote, when you left click, it opens up a little menu to upgrade your whacking power, how much honey you can collect.
Okay, don't have enough of that. What is this? You don't have enough honey? Oh, I need 1,000. It's like, what is that signal supposed to be for?
You left click it when you have it in your hand.
Uh-huh. All the honey. Well, this is probably very good for your immune system. I was told early on, like, I was having all sorts of allergy issues when I was younger, and people said, eat raw honey. That will solve the problem. And I tried raw honey, and nothing ever happened. Well, finally I found out that you just have to live in the same area long enough, and then finally the allergies will start to disappear. But the honey thing didn't actually work like other people were kind of suggesting it could. Ah, look at all of that honey that I get with one whack. These poor bees, robbing them, blind of all their honey. Okay, well now I have 1,000. Now I can go over to this area. All right, you little forest raccoon character. Now I can enter in here. Wonderful. Ooh. More hives everywhere. Hokey smokes, that's a lot. Oh, wait. Destroy hives. Oh, that's new. That's not destroying it. What do you do? Oh, I see. Okay, so that's how I see the bar now at the top. Okay, so you have to get that down below so you can actually take all the honey. Of course, I'm probably making a major mistake because I see I'm the only one in this vicinity, which means that I'm probably messing up my strategy.
Yeah, I set the video of the trailer.
Oh, for the new Fortnite one. Have to take a look at that here in a little bit. Golly, the couple of months that I took away from this game made it so much easier on my PC. The amount of updates this game has is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's right. Get splatted, little honey. Now where are all the bees to come out and try and protect their honey?
Oh, I think we're just whacking hornets' nests.
Oh.
For their honey.
So all the hornets should be coming out and attacking us.
Well, they're called low-risk hives, so the chances of them coming out is pretty low.
Yeah, that's a good point. They all have disappeared. There was a time, I don't know if I ever told this story before, but there was a time we were in outside washing the car. And I look over and I freak out and I tell my parents, there's a massive bee over there. And I said, it's about the size of my thumb. And this was back before people had really realized that I was like telling the truth of this sort of stuff. And everyone's like, no, that's ridiculous. There's no such bee around here like that. And so I was a bit upset that people wouldn't believe me, so I went into the house and I got myself a tennis racket. I came out and I thought, well, I can either be afraid of this bee or I can conquer it, so I can prove beyond a shadow of a doubt what it is that I have found. And so I waited by the car and finally I saw the thing again. It goes buzzing by and my family sees me swinging at the air and they can't really tell what it is I'm swinging at because it's moving pretty fast. Well, I finally hit it and this thing fell to the ground and then I stomped on it and then revealed the trophy that I have found. And everyone suddenly realized that I indeed had given the dimensions to be correct. Now, what we didn't know was what it was. And this was before you could just kind of go on the internet and search for anything and everything. And so, well, actually you could, but my family didn't know about that. And so it took me a couple of years to finally figure out what it was. It was a Chinese hornet. And the Chinese hornets had actually been an invasive species across Europe and the Americas. And so what we had found was a queen. And it was a very intimidating creature. Well, a couple years later, I found another one. We had a bird hive. We had a bird nest that was turned into a hive by one of these creatures. And we saw it fly in, and so then my brother and I went up and we taped it across the opening. And then it started to chew its way out of this birdhouse. And so then we submerged it in a tank of water and left it there for about a full day. And then we opened up the tank and looked in to see if there's any life, and we made sure it was like all the air from inside had been taken out. But there it was. It was still alive, and it came buzzing out with a horrible vengeance. And my brother and I, not knowing any other way to really deal with this thing at range, waited for it to come out, and then we used an airsoft gun to plaster the thing. And it came out. We shot it and went to different pieces. My mother came out and was very upset. We had destroyed her bird's nest. And we're like, well, it was that or dealing with a massive hornet that was going to prevent you from getting a chance to have little birds in the area. That was my experience with bees. Destroy hives.
I think the biggest bee I've seen is. I think the biggest bee I've seen is just a bumblebee.
A bumblebee? Well, we can change that for you. We can take you to an insect museum, and I'm sure they got a couple of hornets you can look at, maybe some live ones.
Oh, there was this other insect. I forgot what they're called. I don't know if they're cicadas or type of insect very closely related to it, but they like to burrow into dead trees. And so we've had this piece of part of a log, pretty big, outside for a while, and it has holes in it just from them burrowing themselves in.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of insects. Present company excluded. We have a duck and we have a bug. There was a. What was that?
Oh, go ahead. I don't think I told you, Jeff, but in one of my classes, I have a communications class that does speeches. And one of the speeches that I did, my latest one, was actually about honeybees.
Really? By the way, speech
Yes,
classes
I
are really
have
good to
3
have,
books.
so I commend you for that.
Yeah. Yes, they are. I currently have 3. I still have the 3 books that I use for research in my room right now about honeybees. Their biology, their genus, their importance, and why you shouldn't kill them.
Indeed. No, we kill the hornets, not the honeybees.
Well, it is a common misconception between bees that they get killed because they look like hornets or wasps.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the bumblebees. The jet black bumblebees look a lot like wasps. That was one of my speeches.
Oh, and the hamburger part.
Oh yeah. Okay. Throughout this speech, I had a one main reference. There are 6 different openers or opening devices for a speech, and the opening device that I would use for my speeches is humor. So the humor that I had going on was a slogan about the famous Big Mac from McDonald's. It was an ongoing joke, but a reference throughout the speech, going back to how much I would want a Big Mac, but I can't have a Big Mac if there's no bees that can produce like soy or dairy or vegetation.
Mm-hmm.
So the Big Mac wouldn't even exist without honeybees. Because, I mean, here where we live, we know what a Big Mac is here in the States. It's something that all audiences and audience members can relate to.
Indeed. Wait a minute. We can all relate to a Big Mac?
Uh-huh.
Every one of us?
Many layers, meat, some vegetation. I don't know.
It is kind of
Water.
interesting. Big Macs used to be a very common part of our culture, but I know a lot of folks where they have not tried that. I myself, it's been years since I've had one. Pretty soon you have to say like something else entirely. Maybe chicken tenders or something.
Perhaps.
I realize I
guess
should have
just
done more
convenience and
upgrades here.
prices. If people could just make their own food, then
Yes.
fast food might not be that important.
I know that there's a couple places I refuse to go to anymore. One of those is Subway. I was a big Subway fan for the longest time. But man, they just threw quality out the window. I started noticing that they're swapping out their food with like highly stretched sort of options. So one of the common problems that people were mentioning about that I actually could taste the difference, they were putting it wasn't sawdust, it was like something else. It was the equivalent. They're putting something into their chicken to cause the chicken to go farther. So you had like the same chunk of chicken, but it would be used like three or four times the amount of food than what it would normally would do. And I could taste the sponginess of it. I was like, what is wrong with this? And then I found out that they're soaking in this brine in order to make it go farther. Well, they started doing that with other things, including their bread, multiple types of their meat, their cheese. I know Light's probably upset about that.
I'm not surprised though.
There's
Except
so
I'm not
many
surprised.
things. So many things that were just like, no, we don't care that we're getting rid of quality. And I was like, fine, I don't care that I'm not going to be giving you money anymore. But the one time when I was like, this was the last straw, I can deal with poor quality food. I cannot stand when somebody comes up and intentionally does something to your food, and then you don't have anything you can really do about it. There was a guy, this was the very last time I ever went to a Subway, and this was over a year ago now. The guy that was behind the counter looked at me and then took his hand with the glove on and everything, put it into the countertop trash bin, and just left it there while my food is toasting. Then he comes out and he puts it across the food. Well, that was the very last time I was there. He had no remorse, and the manager that was there was not doing anything. So, Subway has lost me as a permanent, what was about a 15-year consistency of getting Subway. Real shame.
Yeah, I remember when the controversy of Trader Joe's, when they got rid of the man in the logo.
Oh yeah.
After they fixed it, there was this guy who made a video on TikTok who worked in Trader Joe's for a while, and he kind of shared what was happening behind the scenes of what was happening to the bread, the rolls of bread that they had, and that they're probably still doing it, but they have frozen bread now instead of freshly made bread that they did before. And he go on about how that bread was made somewhere else couple of weeks ago, frozen, and now they just have to reheat it.
Now I don't have a problem with some bread that gets frozen and whatnot, but when you got a business like that, yeah, that's not very appropriate. Like up here in Alaska, we have a very common tradition, you could say, of sourdough. Well, a lot of sourdough is just fine if you freeze it and you warm it up. And actually, I had sourdough biscuits actually earlier this evening. Man, they were good. But sourdough is like one of those types of bread where you don't really have to worry about it. But if you have a business doing that, ugh, not good. Oh, these poor bees. I told you guys about the story about the guy that got attacked by killer bees.
Oh, I think I heard it and I told Light about it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I told that story before. I can never see a beehive without thinking about that stuff. Oh, I got enough eggs. Why can't I move? There we go.
Oh yeah, I think we finished our quest a while ago. We're just doing this for fun now.
You mean I'm way behind and everybody else has won? That makes me the loser? Oh no.
Well, we're doing this so we could get an emote.
It better be a bee emote.
It's just kindling a fire and I think whistling.
Well, I did not strategize this very well then. I should have stayed at the start and built up my ability to, harvest this honey.
Well, I don't think there's any professional tycoon gaming.
Ah, it's professional. I have to be a professional. Did you ever play the any of the major clicker games that was out there, like Cookie Clicker or things like that?
Yeah, just the free Cookie Clicker on the phone. But I have seen that the one on the Steam version, it goes a bit deeper in its story.
Uh-huh. When I was at college, Cookie Clicker came out for the first time. And everyone was addicted to it. Well, not everyone. A correction. A couple of people were addicted to it. And they left their computers running. It was like the origins of Bitcoin mining. They would leave their computer on while they were at classes and then come back and make sure the clicker was still running. Then they would optimize it. Then they would leave again. And their PC just stayed on, constantly did that. And I remember just thinking, this is stupid. It was so pointless. You weren't doing anything other than using up your computer's resources. And what we didn't realize was, well, what the people that were using it didn't realize was that they were actually destroying their PCs when they were playing it. So then their PCs started to die on them. And people were like, what's going on? Well, it was used for all these calculations that were taking place. And then some people put like viruses on it or whatnot. And then they had different variations of it. And some people had multiple types of clickers that they were running it simultaneously. And I remember one guy told me that, well, I'm going to become a great businessman one day. I was like, well, what, you got a great business idea? Like, no, I'm just really good at Cookie Clicker. That doesn't mean that you're going to be a great businessman. He didn't go anywhere, by the way. He never made his millions.
Well, here's hope that he somehow makes it and remembers you.
He won't remember me. No, I had a friend that actually did make his millions, and just goes to show, you will know people that end up like that, and you may think that, oh, he'll remember the little people one day. Nope, they'll move on, and
I'll be
nothing will ever happen.
Remember? Oh, thanks, Sebastian.
I'm just waiting to be attacked by bees here somewhere. I'm not seeing
that's
any
in the
bees.
second area. Once you see the red beehives.
Oh, wait a minute.
Then you get 2 personal swatters to deal with them.
Oh,
You'll get 2 BB guns. One for you, one for your brother.
oh, so that collects the honey. Oh, interesting. There's a spooky wolf out there. Okay. Slowly figuring
The
this
lost
thing out.
member of the pack.
Yes, indeed.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can
Prodigal.
switch to a wolf.
Oh, look at all those wolves that are around the pumpkin. Aw, is that nice? Pumpkins up here after Halloween. There's a very real possibility that it will be eaten by a moose. The moose, they know when that stuff comes out, and they will come down into the town, eat it, candles and all. So be careful. Give them the pumpkin, and make sure that you don't, leave something on there that's not healthy for them. And if the bears were awake, they would come down and eat it too. But they're too busy hibernating up in the mountains. Oh, 300 million. I messed that one up. What's that sound? Who are you shooting over there?
It's just Bastard and I doing Bastard and I things.
How do you...
Some things never change.
Oh, wait. You can do that from... Oh, interesting. I can do it from here.
You're shooting the wrong beam.
Where did you get weapons?
Those are the 2 personal swatters. You get 2 SMGs.
Uh-huh.
Also, like, there's a bounty board to do daily missions.
Oh,
Yeah, but outside of Fortnite, we've been playing a different game that does have a lot of daily stuff to do.
a lot.
What game is that?
I've talked about it before. Warframe.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. You were talking about that a couple of weeks back.
Yeah, 13 years old now, the game, but still has. They had a little dev stream, and there was about 62,000 people watching that.
62.
So-
That's substantial.
Yep. The developers are more. They talk to the community a lot.
That's something I've been observing with a lot of businesses and especially games. If you do not engage your community, your product will eventually die. And a lot of places are not taking that into any sort of consideration.
Yeah, they got to light. They got to her community.
Uh-huh.
They added baby mushrooms.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the baby mushrooms, yes.
They're so
The
cute.
terrifying, ugly, freaky baby mushrooms.
I find it funny. It's because one of the characters is a mushroom, a fun guy, and one of his abilities is he could turn into one of those little mushrooms and jump around. That's how I distract Light all the time.
The Bastion made it his mission to get that character as fast as he could, and then he was distracting me for a good while with that character.
Uh-huh.
Actually, let me see if there's any pictures here on Discord.
I want to see what the buzz is about this game mode.
Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, the Warframe thing.
Yeah. Doesn't want to show on my screen.
Yeah, it's not showing.
Oh my goodness. That thing's freaky. What a terrifying, horrifying thing. Greetings there, North Carolina native. Headshots are good, But glamour shots really set you apart from the competition. Mm-hmm. How you doing, sir? Good joke there. By the way, the last 2 days I've been coding a short little gimmick game for it's just JavaScript. It's nothing too special, but it's supposed to be for the D&D community that I've been doing all sorts of different projects for. Well, this was a short commission to try and do something, and I just finished it earlier today, and so next week it will be live for the folks to try out, and I wonder how many people are actually going to dig around it. No idea. I teased doing something like this about 2 years ago, and I was greeted with a hearty ho-hum, and some people even said, no, don't do it. Don't do it. It's stupid. So we'll see. We'll see if it was a dumb idea to try us or what. But either way, it was fun to do, and honestly, it was worth the learning process. Okay, now I got all this stuff. I'm ready to go back into the woods and fight them bees. Wait a minute, what is this? Farmhouse. Farmhouse times 2. No, can't do that. Quartz. Bee upgrades. I could see this being like a good speed running type of game. If, yeah, I'd take a while to probably figure out, but.
You gotta learn to tag, you gotta memorize the numbers, charts.
Yeah. Oh, here's that weapons area. Okay, let's see. Grab weapon. Unlock to defeat the boss. Okay, I unlocked it. Ooh. Upgrade it all. I got the honey. Oh, wait, I don't have the honey. What happened? Am I all out of honey? Pretty much. Pretty much. Minute Maid should buy a bed and breakfast manor in Mexico and name it the Hacienda. Clever. Clever. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving to you as well, North Carolina native. Hopefully it was good time spent with friends and family. For me, it was spent primarily with family. One of the great things is that we have I have a niece now, and so we got a chance to spend time with her and whatnot, and it's great to have her in the area. Added some much needed youth to the family dynamic. Upgrade. Oh, I need an egg once again. Prestige. No one wants prestige. Player
Yeah, that guy
upgrades.
wants a lot of scrambled eggs.
Sounds delightful.
Also, Light, are you gonna try to fight the boss?
Hmm?
Are you gonna try to fight the boss here?
Oh. I forgot about that.
I have 3 nieces aged 5 to 13. Yeah, for my family dynamic, it's going to be a while until
We're gonna make it dead.
we reach that sort of age range. It is weird, though. I know a lot of people where they don't have any nieces or nephews, or kids for that matter. It's weird times we live in. It's going to be honestly, it's going to be a lonely generation. The older that this generation gets. I remember a lot of people at school when I was going to school. They were just like, "Nope, we're not going to deal with any relationships whatsoever." And it was very sad to see, honestly, because now I'm seeing them as they're getting older. They're miserable. They're very miserable people. But they've chosen their lot. And now a whole lot of people are going to have to suffer from that. Look at that! Bastion's killing a bunch of bees!
Oh, one other news.
Hornets.
One hornet, yes. The bees are the cute ones.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, hornets are the ones that eat the bees. So we don't want to have that happen.
Oh,
But,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's a lot of hornets.
a funny little tactic that bees love doing against hornets is that if there's a threat, what bees would do is they would sound the alarm. By sounding the alarm, they shake their butts to warn other bees that a threat is nearby.
So
They-
you're
they
saying
go
that
into a
bees have
swarm?
a twerking defense. That's not very
Actually,
appealing.
yes, that is true. That is a scientific fact. And they go into a swarm. They go into their hive, and they invite the hornet to their house. Like, oh yeah, come in. Have as much honey as you like. And once the hornet's inside, they close the entrance and they gas the hornet until we're done.
Well, now that's one way to do it.
Yeah. They're brutal. And then they kick the hornet out. And then they
And
go
pays
back
rent.
to working.
Oh my goodness, that is a huge hive there.
Oh, Light, happy birthday.
There you go. That's
Mike,
also
did you-
why we're playing this game.
Like, did you ever watch the 90s, 80s or 90s version of Winnie the Pooh?
Nah.
I had some of the books.
Not growing up. No.
It's there's a lot of very intriguing sort of honey related episodes that were in there. Whenever I see bees and honey, I always think back to that TV show.
I remember too that it's the meme now of Winnie the Pooh with a shotgun.
Winnie the Pooh with a what?
I think it was actually part of the animated series of where there was someone at the door or something was making noise in his house at night, so he was scared and he was just holding a shotgun and walking up to the door.
Oh my. How very uncivil.
He's just protecting his honey.
Uh-huh. Precisely.
I don't think we're gonna destroy this beehive anytime soon.
You know, think about how much honey we're actually legitimately supposed to be collecting here. We're collecting millions of ounces or whatever this is, millions of jars. How are we carrying this stuff? Video game logic, folks.
Yeah. Soon we get into the, I don't even know what they're called, like the Deca 100 something.
Oh, I just reached 1 billion. Oh, I feel rich. Up. Gotta switch this thing over here. Keep the upgrades coming. I'm from an area so small that our county seat is an outhouse in the middle of the woods. Indeed, North Carolina native. I believe ya. Oh, wait, now you're saying just joking. Wait a minute. I was ready to believe you. We have some areas up here in Alaska that would probably actually not be far off from that. Me, buddy, would you mind, like, helping me get this honey? You just are just buzzing around, bugging me. doing nothing.
You can upgrade him.
Well, I will only upgrade him when he starts carrying his own weight.
Yes.
Like, how much can a bee lift?
Depends on the species.
How much can they
Honey-
deadlift?
It depends on the species. Honeybees, they can collect a lot of pollen. Bumblebees, they're like the bigger, older brothers. They're like the heavy duty guys, security guards.
Uh-huh. But we're like barely making a dent in this thing.
I think we've played enough for tonight. If we can't make a dent in that beehive.
I'm like,
seems to
how
be
in
the next
tarnation are we supposed to get through to that thing? Let me guess, you're supposed to play this for like 2 years. You'll eventually reach it. Actually, math-wise, I think it...
over 100 hours.
100 hours? Oh my goodness.
Well, our next step is to get 320 trillion honey. So we can do prestige, which resets how much honey we have. But gives us some bonuses for when we start collecting again.
Well. Wait, what? Light, are you walking around in cheese?
Yeah.
Well, I wondered what that foul odor was.
Yeah.
You know, some cheese does actually smell like feet, so I guess that's very appropriate. Well, I better get some sleep. Catch you later, Indy, North Carolina native. Thanks for stopping by. Rest well and have pleasant dreams. Speaking of which, yesterday we had a very rude awakening. It was 8:11 in the morning. And we were sleeping in because, you know, it was Thanksgiving. And I woke up and I was like, what is wrong? This has only happened a couple of times. I sat up in my bed and grabbed a drink of water. It's like, something's really off. And then I started feeling the room start to shake. And it started to increase. And at that point, I jumped out of bed. And I moved actually pretty fast because it felt like I was moving slower than I actually was. But I could tell from the momentum of stuff when I threw it, just how fast I was moving. But I booked it to the door frame and stood in there as the shaking increased more and more. We got up to a 6, what I believe was probably a 6.1. Some people say it was maybe a 6.0 magnitude earthquake. That's the biggest that we've had since really the large one back in 2018, which was a 7.4. So, it was even stronger, though, because it was just down the way from me, like the epicenter. So, as a result, we all got a very rude awakening. And thankfully, there was none of that last night. And hopefully will not be like that for a while. But it was very intriguing because I would dare say that every major earthquake that we have felt up here in Alaska has happened in the same time of year. And so far, I have not heard a very good reason as to why. I got a theory, but, I got to be careful about making wild theories. At least yet. I think I'm all beat out. I think I'll go do some no build now, but I like this game mode. Honestly, they put a lot of effort into this.
Yeah. Oh, all right. I forgot to mention before. I did say that there was something in the news about. I did say what about? It was about Mr. Beast and his Mr. Beast Land amusement park.
Oh yeah, what? A Mr. Beastland? Ugh.
Yeah, but the more controversial part of it is where he built it in Saudi Arabia.
Oh my goodness. So he built
And
it in slave
yeah,
labor
there's a bunch
camp Haven.
Yeah, that was the biggest concern about just how the workers not getting paid enough, people could die. Plus, they have this law that if you record an incident, the government could just take that footage and erase it, and people who record it can't say anything about it.
It's one of the only countries in the world where it is actually encouraged to have slaves. I've heard the nightmare stories of people that thought that they were like going for normal work, and then they ended up having their passport taken from them, and they were put into an area where they couldn't like escape. And they're like, well, you're now the new slave class, but they never said slave, and so thus you don't think about it. You're like, oh, you're just working. Nope. Nope, you're being taken advantage of horribly. That's why I'll never travel to that country. It is too unethical. Doesn't stop a
Too
lot of
unethical, and
influencers
there's
from
just-
wanting to go there.
Yeah, a lot of rich people there, so they own a lot of stuff in America.
Yeah. Now they own a lot of video games too, so it's
Yeah.
not making
Like
things
China,
very
they're
nice.
just buying up they're buying a lot of stock in big developers. Ubisoft was one.
Yep. When I heard that they were buying up games, I was like, that sounds... I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't really know how malicious it was until I started hearing that they were trying to change, like, what the games were in order to push propaganda for Saudi Arabia. And it's like, oh, okay, I see now. You feel you're feeling powerful. Now you want to, like, get involved so, you know, you can influence things. Ugh.
Oh, right. I remember in the newest Pokemon game, there was no official bad guys, even the closest one to being like on the terrorist side of it, were portrayed as neutral or in the gray area. And that's a game where there was the mafia, people trying to destroy the world.
Yeah, I remember that. You know, we're actually making a dent. I just noticed it started going down faster.
Yeah, the more honey we get, the more we can upgrade.
Well, it's starting to get exponential now, so yeah. What is all that glowing around you, Bastion? Are you just upgrading?
Oh, whenever you upgrade, you just glow.
Oh, I think on mine, I guess I didn't even pay attention to it. Just seeing your character being illuminated like you're a nuclear explosion was standing out to me.
Yep. Well, I'm doing 8 billion damage now on crits, so it's pretty good.
Billion crits. Oh, wait a minute. Can you upgrade the crits from here?
If you right click while holding it, it shows a couple other settings.
Oh,
and
F4.
Skill trees is where the crits are.
Oh, wow, that changes everything. God, I'm doing like an eighth of what you're doing, so I obviously have not been contributing as much as I thought I was. But now I know. Now this honey will disappear in a flash. Not because I'm eating it or
Boss is
anything.
supposed to come out of this.
What? A boss?
Oh, it's pretty big. Also, I think it just tipped over a little bit. Now that I'm looking at it.
I've not been paying attention to that. I'm doing a solid, well, a lot more 2 billion now. So I'm not nearly as much as you, but I'm getting there. I'm glad that these characters are doing this at night, because technically that means they'll have a better chance at surviving the bees.
They're sleeping. We're just collecting donated honey.
Must be some hard sleeping.
Bees are, these bees don't deserve this honey. Let them starve. Let's take it all.
Well, I allow them to fall asleep as their queen. I allow you guys to take the honey.
Uh-huh.
To kill some of the hornets.
2 times rate, below threshold. Nope. Turns into... Okay, let's try that. Let's try that skill tree. Come back over here and more whacking. Boy, yeah, now it's really going down fast. And I'm still not contributing even a fraction what it should be. I failed the numbers game. You know, this does remind me of when I was living on the East Coast. There was a time when I had to go out and help my family stain a fence. And the fence was actually a fair size. It was one of the biggest fences in the neighborhood. And I came up to my dad and I was like, I'm getting harassed by some sort of small bee over here in the corner of the yard. My dad said, "Oh, that's a sweat bee. You don't have to worry about that." I went back over and I continued about my work and trying to stain the deck and I was trying to stain the fence. And this bee, who was buzzing around my head, finally just flew straight at my face, grabbed onto my eyelid, and stung me. It was a very fast ordeal, and so I was quite surprised and shouted out in pain as I tried to swat this little tiny sweat bee away, and then promptly went inside to lie down as my eyes started to swell up. I'm not a fan of bees to begin with, but having a little bee like that cause that was all the more of an irritant. And there I laid for the next day and a half. Now, a couple of years later, I would be working down at Epcot. And while I was there, I had we had an air vent that was right above the door frame. And that was where the air conditioning unit was located, and it would be blowing in cold air periodically throughout the day, and we could not change that. It was something that only the company had the power to change. So, there we were trying to go about our evening activities of just getting food around and whatnot, doing laundry, and then you just hear this little ping, 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 and then a yellow jacket would come spitting out of the air vent. And we were like, what is going on with this? Turns out there was a yellow jacket nest at the start of the air conditioning unit. So then, whenever we would, about once a day, you would hear one of those yellow jackets get trapped inside of the intake, and then would get spit out into there. Of course, they're now very angry. They are cold. They've been bounced around in an air vent, and they are on a mission to kill. And so then we had to try and defend ourselves from these things. And finally, they got it taken care of after many, many weeks. And I think they didn't actually take care of it. I think that it was actually that they just moved on because it got too cold and they died out. But there was one day I was getting ready for work, and I was putting on my shoes, and I look down, and I suddenly feel my arm seize up. I look down, and I see right there, smacked at I still have the scar to this day. I look down my forearm, and there was a yellow jacket just grabbing on, putting all of her effort into stinging my arm. I was like, what the heck is wrong with you? What did I do to you? And that's when I realized that yellow jackets have just a vendetta against all living things. So I took my finger and lined up and pew, just flicked it, and it went flying off. And I then proceeded to try and use my ID card to try and get the stinger out. Well, that's when I found out that I am slightly allergic, because my arm started to swell up and I started to feel lightheaded and dizzy. And I went into work and I started quivering as I was at work, and I went up to my boss and said, I might have to take some sick leave. I got stung and I'm like not doing so well. And my manager said, are you allergic? Well, I might be a little bit. I mean, my arm's acting up. They said, well, you can't use sick leave for that. So there I was for the remainder of the day, shaking and quivering as my body is dealing with the venom that is inside of my system. And it took about a good 3 days for that finally to be cleansed out of my system. And my arm was still super sensitive and somewhat swollen for about a full week. And at that point, that's when I was like, okay, we need to get these yellow jackets dealt with. And so we instead just closed the vent. Now, we couldn't turn off the air conditioner, but we just closed the vent. And that solved most of the problems. Look at all this damage.
I sold all my honey now, and I need to catch up.
Sold all your honey? What do you
When you do
purchase?
prestige, you lose all your upgrades and honey.
Oh, I see.
But
So we could have had
Well, you
this
get
this
food.
beehive destroyed, but you were too busy with your own prestige and your fame and glory. I see how it is.
well, if I don't have anyone to sell the honey to, I don't know what's the point.
Light, how much damage are you doing per strike?
Base damage. Actually, keep doing curse. 229 trillion
What the heck?
damage.
I just got up to 2 billion, sometimes even 50 billion per strike based upon the strike. You're just so
Hey,
more effective at that. Oh, I messed up so badly. Oh, it's back. What the heck? Okay. Well, we beat the hive and no boss came out of it. I am very upset. Hey, B, you're now the boss. He's indestructible.
Well, it's a much more common game than the actual Battle Royale.
Indeed. I do see the charm of it, though. It's I forget the type of game where it's like it's just something you can do kind of carefree. I forget the name of that type of game. Secret claimed. Well, I'm going to head on back to the main lobby, and once I get back here to the prestige area, now that I have all this honey to spend, and then I will do a couple rounds of the no build. But much appreciated for the suggestion of this. This is I do like this game mode. They did a good job with the development on it.
The main point was this game. With this game, it was like, well, one, I don't know how Bastion just found this game.
It was top recommended. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't get any prestige. I'm a nobody. Oh no. Let's go back over here and check this then. Since I can't get any prestige, we'll take a look at what we got over here and call it there. Ooh, got that built.
I learned today that most of the cheese that fast food pizzerias use, so like Papa John's, Domino's, places like those, all get the cheese from like one place, and it's because they can just pump out so much cheese that they basically don't have to worry about running out or not having the supplies for all the demand for pizzas.
Yeah.
But it's just this one producer or one dairy farm that does it because they have a trademark on the process of making that sort of cheese. So so all of them just go to that one place.
Oh. Hey, they obviously have found a winning recipe in that sense.
Yeah, well, the main problem is that no one can really replicate it, so other dairy farms are struggling, just selling their own cheese without everyone who buys pizza.
Indeed. Well, it makes sense. When I was working at Little Caesars, I did notice that the bag that we were getting the cheese in was very similar to one that I would see later on when I was at the pizza ranch out in Iowa. And that now that would actually explain the reason why that was the case. Still can't get over the cheesiness of Light's feet. Maybe it's from the same company that's doing all those other cheese related products.
Probably. I just had some brie cheese. It's funky. Funkier than I thought it would have been.
That's probably a good way to call it there. All right, I'm gonna give let's go over here to the zero build. Let's try. I assume you'll probably be still doing the honey thing for a while.
I mean, we completed our mission a while ago.
We could migrate.
All right. Yeah, we could just press. It's giving us the option to hold escape and join you.
All right. Yeah, I don't want to take you away from it if that's something you want to be able to continue doing. So it's just an offer.
Yeah.
Not like I'm a big fan of the current map. Oh my goodness. The Simpson map is hideous. That's obvious. That has to be my least favorite update that they have done to this game so far.
Yeah, it varies. Well, with Star Wars, it was just all blasters and lightsabers, so some people got not fed up, kind of just it was oversaturated with those types of weapons, so they kind of did have to go back to using normal weapons. Well, normal weapons, and then there's just a laser gun, and a shotgun that has other guns mounted on it.
Well, I'm going to take a moment to look at that link that you shared earlier of the update. Let's see here. Pull it up over here and oh, okay. There seems to be a bug with that. So let me try it this way. Let's see here. Updates. Trailer. It's the one that's Chapter 7 officials trailer. Big monster. Oh yeah, here we go.
This is it. We'll never get a better shot. Never get a better shot.
Godzilla. Oh my goodness. It was epic up to Homer Simpson.
Oh, well, right now, there's just a giant Homer Simpson in the ocean right now, just picking his head for the water.
Wait a minute. Is Kevin the Cube now a character?
Oh, yeah, he's been a character for a while. Just a person with cubes on his head.
The cube face. Hey, it's Kevin the Cube in the flesh. I mean, in the suit. Marty McFly. Oh my goodness.
Oh, right. Yeah, they're gonna add the DeLorean. There was a DeLorean.
Oh.
They had the DeLorean from the movies. At the premiere for this event.
You know, I still have V-Bucks. That when Marty comes out, I gotta get that one. And if they got Doc, even better. Oh my goodness.
Wait. On the lobby, you can see Light Suit Dog.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
banana
Mocha.
dog. Mocha the banana. Oh, you got a banana too. That one's the green banana. Light's got the browning banana.
The
I'm
orange
allergic
one.
to
Or
both.
Wise. Oh,
That's a terrifying Cthulhu-like creature in the background.
oh yeah. That's gonna be what the event's about.
Is he related to anything, any sort of IP that I'm unfamiliar with?
No, he's just part of the original story of this game.
Uh-huh.
He has tentacles on his back. We had to fight one of them, and then two other ones popped out of a portal.
Well, that creature definitely is in need of a makeover. Preferably one that uses lead.
We'll just be lizards.
Godzilla with sneakers. Why is Godzilla so short?
Well, they had to get the modeling to fit with the what's it called? That hitbox.
But Light's character's taller than yours.
She's stepping on some cheese.
That
Uh-huh.
one has a hunchback.
Oh, well, I guess that's true. Bastion, improve your posture. Oh, great. No, we didn't want you to destroy the world. All right, we can bring that back here. Yes, give a wonderful little bow. I'll just be
Oh, like
busy
are you not
covering
ready?
your face up with the umbrella.
Oh,
Oh yes, there we go.
Oh,
hey man.
I could
Oh,
just.
wonderful.
I guess it changed.
That is there was a, I don't remember who it was, but there's been a couple of people where I've joined their streams, and I was the one who forgot to click because early on I had no idea that it wasn't kind of managed by the person who was in charge of the lobby. And that's when I realized that some people take this game way too seriously. And he just blew up about how I wasn't ready up. I was like, it's an understandable mistake. And he just, that's when I realized, I don't want to take this game that seriously where I become like that sort of personality.
Well,
What the
yeah,
heck?
and then sometimes it's just not really our fault. It's sometimes the game just works up and unreadies us.
That's so true. Like, that's actually something that happened to me a couple times. And the guy, like, got upset a couple other times. Like, I probably don't want to be over here just because of how he reacts. Because, yeah, this game glitches a whole lot with that stuff. That Homer is horrifying.
Alright, they've been making cartoons to explain why that happened.
I'm glad I don't know anything about The Simpsons.
The best scene I've seen of it is him having this board on the wall with pictures of his daughter, just saying do it for her. Yeah, that one seems the sweetest.
Somehow, when I hear about that, but then I also know the ones where he's like semi-abusing his family, it doesn't make me like think positively of that.
Well, with so many writers, there's just a
Yeah.
lot of them that are gonna be wrong.
Okay, ooh. Anybody else laying with us? Not that I'm seeing.
I got a
Light found
donut.
something.
I got
Oh.
a donut.
Oh, look at that. You found a donut. Donuts are unhealthy. Oh. Wait a
I
second.
got a hunting rifle.
There we
I'm
go.
about to hunt a banana.
Alright, so demon there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Boy, I am out of practice.
Oh, yep.
Oh, I'm down. Wow, I did
Well, you
horrible.
got this.
I'm just gonna keep on crawling. Find me some safe pastures somewhere way out yonder. I'm bleeding grievously, but I'm just gonna keep on crawling. Crawl all the way to the graveyard. Light, help! I'm bleeding. Help me! I'm so close to. Man, that was not a good weapon to start with. Oh! Scary Homer. Well, that was a rough start. Compared to 2 weeks ago, how much time have you spent doing the following activity? Spending time with friends and family online. About the same. Not in this game, of course. Actually, I have noticed that a lot of people have stopped doing online gaming in the last couple of years. At least among my friend circles. And it's actually good. I think it's something we've been deeply needing. our culture has gaming can be good, but definitely when it starts to become all consuming, then definitely can be negative. And the best time you can spend with people is face to face with them. We're back at the lobby light whenever you're ready.
She probably went to do something.
Aha. Yeah, that happens.
Sorry, my dad was telling me happy birthday.
Oh, he's telling you happy birthday. Well, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hey y'all. I appreciate it. I don't feel 21, but it's okay.
Well, at least you're not feeling 22, right?
Well, I'm
that's
22.
True. Yeah, imagine being 22.
Oh, golly. Tell you what, I know a lot of folks right now where after the age of 35, you really start to feel your age. And thankfully for me, it's not happened as much as others. But I know a couple other folks where they really became crippled after the age of 35. And it really is kind of, I think it's a bit random as to when that event kind of takes place. It happens at 35 or happens at 40, sometimes at 50. But now I'm within that time range of where I know the majority of people will start having will really start to feel their age. And for me, one of those things is that I cannot stay up as late as I used to be able to. When I first started this channel about 3+ years ago, I was still able to stay up to all hours of the night. Over the last couple of months, that ability has changed. Now it takes a lot of time for recovery. So, Larry, are you going to be doing any sort of celebrations today?
I don't know.
You don't know?
What's going to happen today.
Well, if you don't do any celebrations, you should tell your family you demand a celebration of some kind.
Yeah, no.
And then they can bring you a bag of chips and a cheese cupcake. And then they can say, there's your celebration. And you'll be happy.
I would
It's
not
just
like that.
macaroni in a cup. Macaroni in a cup with cheese whiz on top.
Honestly, that sounds good. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just here. Just happy to be alive. Another year. Oh, yeah, I want
gunfire.
to show you. Come here.
Yeah,
You
what
can pet
have
the
you got?
dog.
Oh,
You
look
can
at
pet
that.
the
You got a
dog.
little banana dog. Can we squish the banana?
I wish.
Oh, wait. It actually has the name of Mocha.
Yeah, I told you. I named her Mocha.
Wow.
The main problem with these pets is that once you buy it, you customize it once, and then it stays that way forever. So you have to buy a second one.
Uh-huh. I mean, you don't want to rename your pet.
You can't even rename it. You just have to buy a new one.
Yeah, you don't rename your pets, you buy a new one. What are all the
Okay.
different pets that you can get?
So there's some normal dogs. One of them's a Doberman. One of them's a pug. One of them was one of the older battle pass pets that you could have. Bonesy. Don't know what type of breed he is. And then there's the wonkier ones. There's this little Care Bear that follows you around. Pink Care Bear.
Care Bear.
It's kind of creepy.
Wow. I remember when I was a kid seeing the Care Bears. They were pretty big for the 80s and 90s. And when I was around... Oh, by the way, light. Here, I just grabbed your dog's tail. Do you want to eat it?
That's where the rest of it went. That's why it's just a nub.
Oh, and the more you run around with the pet, the more points you'll get. And with the points, you unlock stuff. You can unlock a shirt. You can unlock a little heart that appears above the dog's head and explodes into bananas. But the last one is the funniest. It's the dog with maracas, dancing with maracas.
I need that one personally.
Yeah, I remember the Mexican cat meme that you sent a couple of months back, and so it'd be very fitting.
Oh, yeah. The national anthem of our group chat.
I think I should have left one.
Ooh, there's a barrel up there. All right, let me on this roof.
Where's that? Oh.
Oh,
Well, not that. I just saw it on the roof. Where are you? Oh. Catch.
hold on. Get that.
There we go.
Okay. You can eat it.
Gonna throw the dog's tail all over the yard just so I can carry this.
There's this three-eyed fish you could eat, and you could start teleporting around.
I saw that three-eyed fish last week, and that. Oh, good! I damaged myself. Now I can eat the dog.
Oh, other players can't see your dog, so they don't give your position away.
You know that's actually really smart.
That's great.
One thing that I don't know if people are gonna complain, or it's just one thing that's part of it is that you can if it's a dog, they'll start barking if people are near you.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to be close enough where you can already hear their footsteps. Is that someone on the roof? No. So it's not really benefiting you too much, as long as you already have the visual audio turned on.
Oh, look, the dog does tricks. Isn't that cute? And the dog can teleport.
That's a cool trick. The dog teleporting.
Yes, indeed.
Wish Mocha did that. That'd be great.
Whenever she wants food, even at the college.
Okay, maybe that's not so great.
Oh, someone's in the vicinity. I think. This cartoon effect is throwing me. Oh, yep, someone is in the vicinity.
Oh yeah, you can smash through windows too, in case they get in the way. Yeah,
Oh
that's
no.
actually cool.
This is bad. It's very bad. I'll come back for you.
I got her card. Oh yeah, Light, you can now pay 500 gold to buy the card at a reboot ban.
Oh no, come on. Oh, phooey. I got
It's
stuck
the
on a
last day
tree.
of It's the last day of this map. There's gonna be a lot more tryhards.
Oh. Well, good. This map will be over and done with. And we can go on to better things. Okay.
Oh, they already leaked the map for next season or next chapter.
I think I saw something about that. I didn't pay too much attention to it. But I did see some people sharing something like that.
Well, I can't share it on the game show. I'll send you here. One of the places is just called, was it the Sus Studios.
There's a lot of people that get a lot of free publicity and hype when they let stuff like that leak. But I did hear about a company recently that the person got in serious trouble for it. And person got prosecuted, lost their job, and had huge fines. And it's something that I've been wondering about. And that's the idea of brand loyalty. Now, I'm not a huge fan of that for the most part, except in one scenario. I don't think that you should be brand loyal. I think you should be loyal to those who you work with. Because if your group succeeds, you all succeed. If you try and take advantage and do leaks, then you're ruining people's opportunities. You're ruining their opportunity to succeed along with you. Instead, you're taking all the glory and running with it. And that's what happened for a couple of products out there. One of the most notable ones was when I believe it was Sony that had 6 movies released before it had reached theaters. It sabotaged millions and millions of dollars of revenue that the company would benefit from, and led to probably the firing of a great many people, or the letting go, because that means no one got a payday. But that one intern made off like a bandit. And for what? They wound up successful. No one else did. So I'm not loyal to a brand, but I'm loyal to your coworkers, because your coworkers, well, they trust you, or they should, and you should trust them. You don't have to go into work and start wondering, hey, are you going to be robbed by your coworkers? That shouldn't be the case. It's kind of like living next to neighbors. You don't want to try and take advantage of your neighbors. You don't want to try and rob them. No one will live in peace if that happens. Now, if a company lets it leak because they want the publicity, then that's fine. But when you full out release something, robbing them of the opportunity to benefit from it, that's when it becomes a huge problem. I hear the gunfire, diving headlong into it. Oh, that's not very good. Okay, got one, and I'm running. Get up, Bastion. Whoa! Never mind. Saved myself. Sounds rough. Oh, I'm down. Oof. It's up to you now. Never mind, it's up to us now. Oh, here he comes. Oh, shot from behind. That's not good. Big problems.
I think those are just a bunch of bots.
Well, those bots just ruined everything. Troublesome bots. By the way, folks, while we are kaput right now, would you consider, if you're so interested, giving a like or a dislike on this video? That helps out tremendously. This channel has had a bit of a difficulty over the last year. A lot of the channel's ability to grow has been stifled, and as you all know, I'm not necessarily someone who is like trying to play the algorithms or trying to grow the channel, so I'm already making this thing a little bit more difficult than I kind of need to be. But it is something where it does start to hinder some other opportunities. So if you give the like, give the comment, that does help out tremendously with some of the bigger stuff that's going on. Speaking of bigger stuff, one of the things that I just finished the prototyping for is a printed version of Pharaoh and the Smith. That is like the next project because it's going to contribute to the next story that kind of gets made. Much appreciated for the revive. But if you ever want to see stuff like that, consider the like and comment. That helps out tremendously. You know, I needed some health early on. If only you could throw your dog at me, then I would have been able to get all the health that I need.
I wish I could. I gladly would.
I have some cobalts I could share.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I have this I can share.
Oh,
That's all I got.
I got a snub nose.
I got this I can share.
Okay.
One.
Oh, there's a burger lady in that restaurant.
Burger lady. I want some burgers.
We'll go for a movie.
What is up with all these homers walking around the place? They're so hideous and disturbing.
Oh, he threw in the cartoon. He threw a piece of a zero shard, which creates stuff, into a nuclear reactor, and then he tripped and fell into it. And now there's a bunch of zombie versions of him.
What if one of those zombie versions is actually the real him?
The real him's in the water now, the giant one. It could be better. Yeah, well, it's better than what it was before. There was a giant cloud baby version of him in the sky.
Oh, that's what that horrifying thing was. I saw that last week.
What was just said.
There was a giant cloud fetus in the sky.
Okay, now I understand. You said fetus. Now I get it.
Uh-huh.
Figure my language.
It wasn't small at all, but it was there.
Wait, am I still a fetus if I'm 21?
Technically,
Are those days
no.
over now?
I think you're no longer in that fetus phase.
Yay.
Because, you know, you can't let that go on forever. Oh, that's the storm.
Oh yeah, she heals, so she'll be throwing splashes around.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I told you there's a snub nose.
It's a 2-pixel. It's
Mr.
so
Blasty.
tiny.
It uses medium ammo too, so no light bullets. It's pretty accurate actually, for whatever reason. Tell people.
Whoa. 2 cars. Boy, I'm bad with my accuracy these days. Oh, golly, I'm messing up horribly. Come on. I'm doing terrible. Here we go. No, get away from me, you bot. Ah, phooey. Well, my ability to instantaneously know what targets to hit has definitely been lost in just 3 months. Wow.
I think me and Light are just used to Warframe and just having
Yeah.
a mini map that shows where all the enemies are.
Yeah, I've been trying. I've been doing Battlefield 6 the last couple of weeks with my brother, and that's a very different feel. And honestly, I really like their battle royale concept. I think they did a very good job with it. But it does lack the gimmick items that this game typically has. And that I really do enjoy about Fortnite. The gimmick side of it is where it's at.
Well,
But right
you can
now,
also
the
have
gimmick
a
side's kind
whole-
of missing.
You could have a whole game mode of just collecting honey and having a bee pet.
Yeah, yes, indeed.
Oh yeah, like you still have the crew pack or the crew membership. You could check the battle pass in case you need, if you want anything in there.
I think I already checked. Nothing really piqued my interest. Double check. It's just Simpson stuff.
Well, it's the crew pack, so you can check the other battle passes.
Okay. I like it. Katana.
Katana.
You know, I have
Oh yeah, the dog set. Forgot.
Oh,
over the last couple of years of playing this game, one of the things I have definitely come to appreciate is the desire for personalities to be displayed in customization. And I did not necessarily think that that would be necessarily a big issue. And then I started realizing when you are online constantly, you kind of start getting that desire to want to personalize something, to make something stand out and to be familiar so that people can know you just by the sort of skins that you use. I used to, again, not think about that a whole lot. And then I started playing this game and I started realizing, you know, that makes a lot of sense. Well, with Battlefield, one of the things that you cannot really do without paying extra money is you can't really customize your character. And it feels very restricting. And I really do not like that. And so I'm actually thinking about getting the upgrade for Battlefield just so I don't have to deal with the default skins. It is something where I didn't really think about how much that bothered me until recently.
yeah, it's always just tempting to just buy one thing from a game just to have something different.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. I like it when you can buy one thing. The one thing I'm not a big fan of, and I've mentioned this before, it's trying to collect everything, because financially that ruins people. And so I'm not a fan of that, just because I don't want people to be financially destroyed with something that they'll only use for like 5 minutes.
Well, that's what I like about the game that Bash and I are playing, Warframe.
Mm-hmm.
The extended or the exclusive currency, which is platinum, which would be like V-Bucks in Fortnite. It's you can get platinum without having to pay. The game's not a pay to win; it's a pay to speed up. So if you want a lot of platinum at one time, then you can just buy the platinum. But by doing certain quests and if you play your cards right, you can get a lot of platinum just by playing the game.
You're playing a card game in that game?
Well, depends on the part of the game.
It really does. There's a bunch of different game modes in it.
Mhm.
One of them's pretty funny. You could pilot a spaceship and do dogfights.
Hmm. How big is this map compared to the previous one? This feels tiny.
It's small enough to make it so they took off 20 players from the original 100 players. So it's whenever we start a game, it's 80 players.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is
But-
substantial.
With Warframe, you can never. I don't think you can. There's missions to get platinum. It's from people who actually buy it and kind of reinvigorate the market. So we're always collecting stuff that they want, and because they want that, they're willing to pay trade with platinum,
Ah.
and that's what we do.
When I played League of Legends back in the day, the skins were so expensive. I remember seeing guys that would basically throw away entire week's worth of salary just to get a skin. Because some of them you had to roll for it. And sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. Then you could craft a skin out of it. And I think the most expensive skin was in the hundreds of dollars or something like that. Real shame, honestly. It's like that. I mean, sure, some people have the money to spend on that. I'm not going to get upset about that because technically the game should have something for people that have extra cash. What I don't like is when it becomes a pressure point for other people to try and do it to try and show off to their friends. And then it turns out they didn't have the money that they could spend for that sort of stuff. That's when it just troubles me so much.
Yeah. Another thing that the developers have done to help the market is because they also know about the market and try to help it the best way they can. And one way is that they give on occasion discounts and bonuses to when you're buying the platinum.
OP corn.
We get it on occasion, but we never really buy, so it's just there.
Mm-hmm.
Get a coupon.
What was the most expensive skin or addition to a game that you ever purchased?
I guess with DLCs, it's like $15 to get all the DLCs for a game. And then with Fortnite, I think I spent $20 just to get a golden fish, a game fish.
Golden
If
fish.
remembers that.
I don't remember that.
I was debating a lot of to buy the game fish, and I confused our friend a lot.
Fishy sort of purchase.
Well, it came with a bunch of other stuff. It's just I mainly wanted it for the fish. It's funny seeing a dog run with you.
I was just looking down at that thinking, wait a minute, dog, what are you doing here?
most expensive purchase would be $60 worth of DLCs. Are they? Cost about as much as a game.
Yeah, I would imagine with like consoles that there wouldn't be too many discounts on DLCs.
Well, not
I know
on
on Steam. Yeah.
60 bucks. That's still a reasonable amount.
It was only for DLCs. It's not a reasonable amount. It was for a Call of Duty game, and Call of Duty games have some sales, but for some reason, this specific game does not like to go on sale. But I still love it. It's my favorite game of all time.
Uh-huh.
Like plushies.
Monday. Where? Oh
You're at
yeah, the bird turd. I forgot about the bird turd. Look up, Jeff. Look at
Oh, yes, it's the chicken birdie mark.
This is Bastion's 9 to 5.
Uh-huh.
He's not at college.
Irashimase. I miss the
they
little
don't have the
ding
jingle anymore.
that takes place.
Oh, but here's the slushy machine. You could use your gold to buy
Where?
a slushy. A squishy.
I just wasted $300.
But it gives you infinite sprint, so it's pretty good.
Well, I never buy anything, so I might as well use it.
Well, it's the last day as well.
Yeah.
Also Storm. Might as well.
Oh, I can only carry... Oh, I can't... That's unfortunate.
Thanks
Only
for
carry
the
one
news.
batch.
I run into these. Oh well, just in remembrance.
There was when I was at college, there was a friend of mine who got me a skin. He spent surprisingly a lot of money for it, and I didn't realize it until after he bought it. And I think he was expecting me to have a completely different reaction, and I give kind of a ho-hum reaction. And it's like, oh, well, that's nice, and I didn't actually use it a fraction of the amount of time he was expecting it to, and so I didn't find out till afterwards that he'd spent like $25 on this one skin, and that was when I started getting that gut feeling of, oh my goodness, what have I done? I felt so sorry about that I wasn't able to.
Oh, it's raining donuts. Be careful.
Oh, great! Here come the calories, everybody.
I forgot what was it. There was this poster saying that a soda was worth about 3.5 donuts worth of sugar. And there was a comment underneath that picture of just, oh well, I just found out donuts are healthier than soda.
Kind of depends. Oh, that's somebody. Okay. Oh, I'm all out of bullets for that one. I'm in trouble. Oof.
That was fast.
I didn't realize what weapon I was using. Yeah, so $25 for the skin.
Let's run.
And he just had that look of kind of depression. He's like, but I got this for you, and you didn't really care. What was the last time I got a gift from him? And the reason why I didn't use it was because, and here's the problem of League of Legends.
Just run.
It was for a character that I couldn't main based upon the lane that I was in. So in League of Legends, as many people know, you have different lanes. You have support, or you have tank or whatnot, and you have all these different roles that need to be filled. Well, one of the roles that I could never really get the chance to use was the one that this skin was purchased for. And so, oh no, poor Light. I mean, poor Bastion. For everybody. Oh my goodness, what a hideous mask. Oof. Dang.
All right, they gave out a cake skin a while ago. Oh, that helmet.
Yeah, that hideous
Yeah,
looking thing.
Yeah, it makes it so you can't take any headshot damage.
Oh, that's a good idea. I mean, would have been better if it was a Viking helmet. But so I couldn't use this skin. Sorry, what was that, Bastion?
I think we go for one more game and probably sleep.
Indeed. That makes sense. So this was for a character that I could barely play to begin with, let alone play it enough to become proficient at it. And so I ended up using it whenever I could, but there would be multiple times like, you don't want to use this character? It's like, everyone else is taking the roles. And I was very accommodating. I wasn't trying to fight for a particular role. And I knew that if I did, then that would cause a bit of an argument to start to happen, because League of Legends players are some of the most toxic people in the world. And we had some people that were very particular about what happened. And I decided I was not going to be one of those people. So there I was with that $25 character. And then someone else got me a $15 character. Then another guy got me another $15 character. And now those ones I could use a little bit more often because they were actually characters that I mained. But still, they were not like super exciting. It was clever sort of skins, but they were not something that really matched my personality in that sense. And so I was like, I'm not a fan of this, but you can't tell that person that. And so you just kind of press on and use it a couple of times. You just kind of look the other way and like, okay, I don't like the skin. I'm a bit more particular about that sort of stuff. You won't see me playing a monster character, for example. I don't have the flexibility that Bastion has to be a cactus one moment, Godzilla the next, and a lizard another time. I have to have characters that I find some sort of honor appeal to. And because of that, League of Legends has a lot of skins that you just kind of don't really want to main, just because the skins are, we'll say a lot of them are outright inappropriate. And so I don't really want to lean into that. And so I wanted things that were like the tough guy sort of design, or the wise sage. That's one of the reasons why I really like this Aang skin, because not only is it from a cartoon that I actually really, really enjoy, it's also a character that is very honorable. And so for me to play it, I don't have any sort of kind of guilt by playing the character. Whereas if I had a character from League of Legends that is doing some sort of horrible death threats or whatnot, or I would feel miserable about that. There's a couple I can kind of hold my nose and look the other way, but there was some that I was like, okay, this stuff is going way too far. Well, one guy, he got a skin, and this was I believe a $70 skin for himself. And he got into the game and he started playing with a skin. And we started noticing a lot of his dialogue started becoming really weird. And that's when I realized, there's some skins that you should not be playing, period, just because it introduces a lot of potential problems. Well, one guy, he became more violent when he played the game. There's one guy who became more lewd. And that sort of stuff really starts to trouble you the more you start to look into it, the more you start to encounter it. And someone like him, he was like, well, what's the big deal? Nicely done. I know our game culture is... Oh, why did I do that to him? Surprise! Okay. But anyway, so it's just something to think about. That the way that you play actually does kind of represent a little bit of what is inside your heart. Not always, but I would dare say it's actually far more often than we would like to think. And at least in terms of League of Legends, that happens
in my
quite
heart,
a bit.
So in my heart, I'm a cactus.
No, in your heart, you're just prickly.
Okay.
In my heart, there's bones.
Yeah, along those lines, or a bee, or a banana, or... Oh, no, not good, not good. Oh, shoot. I did not play that one very well. I need a hammer. Get him, Light. Oh.
They have chainsaws, which I have not found a single chainsaw.
I've only found one, and I did very well that round. I've not done any other round. Oh, that was unfortunate.
I would think the next season's gonna bring back katanas again, because one of the main skins that they're gonna add to it is from a movie about, I guess, ninjas and martial arts.
Ninjas. I remember seeing like a video of like ninjas and realizing that a lot of them were just kind of bland looking sort of people because they're all undercover. All right, well, are you going to be calling it there, Bastion?
Yeah, I need some rest.
Rest well, sir. Much appreciated for joining. Good chatting with you.
Yeah. Well, I will say it's good that Light didn't see the K-pop demon hunters sitting in the shop.
No, I did. They just kept quiet, but I did. Don't worry.
Much appreciated to the both
to
of you.
release the songs here.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.
Rest well.
Good night.
Night, Light.
Bye-bye.
Well, I'm going to do one more, folks, and there's something I want to... I don't know how many people are watching this, but there's something I kind of want to bring up. And this has to do with something a little bit deeper. And it has to do with the concept of leadership. This has been pinging around in my head for the last couple of years. And it's been a couple of moments when I look back and I think, how in the world did some of these people become leaders? Now, I'm not talking about any particular politician or business owner or whatnot. I'm thinking just generally. The reason why is because I actually saw somebody recently. Someone who is relatively famous. Who was tasked with making a decision. And his decision was wildly different than what I would have done. It was done with an idea of I'm doing it for financial reasons rather than because it's right. Or I'm doing a deal because it's good for my career, not necessarily for someone else. But there's another thing, and it's people that, and this is what got me thinking about this. It's people that are not wise enough to be leaders. But there's a lot of people that really desperately want to be leaders. They go into a a career and they think, I can't wait to be my own boss. I can't wait to be the mayor of the town. I can't wait to be a senator or president or whatnot. Can't wait to be a parent so I can be like in charge of the family. I can't wait to be an organizational leader so I can be able to impact the good of the society. Well, there's something though that I have noticed with such people. A lot of folks don't know how to see the future. Now that may sound a little bizarre. Of course you can't see the future. Why would you insinuate that someone would have to see the future to be a leader? Well, the reason why is because a leader, a good leader, has to be able to allow a situation to play out in their head. They have to see the fallout of their decisions. They have to foresee the challenges of the future. They have to understand that everything that they do, absolutely everything, will have a pro and a con. A good leader, chainsaw. A good leader can see the fallout of their own decisions. And sure, they might not be able to see everything, but they can see enough to where they can make a wise decision. Anonymous. Oh, he had a nice weapon. So I saw somebody do this recently, where they were making a decision about AI. Yeah, for those of you who have been around for a while, you knew that it was somehow going to come around to this. AI is the people that are AI enthusiasts, many times, not always, many times have very short-sighted natures. They don't understand how to foresee the consequences. They see the momentary gain. There's the opportunity for immense success. I can become a millionaire, a trillionaire. I can change the industry. I can be revolutionary. But the whole time, they're on borrowed time. And as time goes on, their ability to do good suddenly starts to wane, and they start seeing the bad things coming about. But no, I couldn't have been wrong. I'm a visionary. I can see the future, so to speak. Ooh, nice. But that doesn't make you a leader just because you can see profit. A leader looks at a situation and says, there's a momentary gain, but a horrible loss if I go in this route. And that's what frustrates me so much, is so many people don't have the ability to foresee the consequences to their own actions. Now, sure, I don't expect everyone to be able to see the consequences of their own actions. How could we? We are just human beings. We can't see the future. But there are some things that are telltale signs that things are not necessarily, whoa. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Should have pulled out another weapon. They don't have the ability to look at something and say, I need to stop because I'm making a mistake. If they had that ability, things would be very different. But they don't have that ability. And I dare say, well, I dare say that there is a massive amount of people that are going to suffer because the people that are currently our leaders don't have that leadership skill to foresee the future and foresee the trouble that they're creating. Let's say, for example, that you think, I will make a good ship's captain. I understand that we need to keep that we need to keep our people warm with firewood, and you bring firewood on board the ship, and you're keeping warm by the stove, and you're like, wait a minute, we've run out of timber. So you look at your wooden ship and you think, I'm going to take some of this timber and use it for fuel. Obviously, we have to keep warm on the ship. We have to use it for boiling water and cooking our food. And so you start taking planks from your ship. Is that wise? Now, if you're in that captain's shoes, you may think, yes, that's absolutely wise. I have to keep people warm. I have to give them the ability to cook their food. But at what cost? Sure, you take a board here, board there, nothing happens. The doors disappear, the railings disappear. One night, when you are on rougher seas, you hear that somebody falls overboard. There was no railing for them. You took it for the fire. A couple of days later, you find out that your ship is taken on water because the ocean spray is now getting into the hull of the ship and it's not able to get out. What have you done? For a momentary gain, for a momentary comfort and ease, you sabotaged your ship's future. Now translate that into a business, to a family, into a country. AI is such a thing. It's offering a momentary gain for a massive loss. And the people that do not see it are the ones that seem to be our leaders, either in industry or our politics or our communities. And that's what's so aggravating to me. How can people be that dense? How can they not see? I'm not trying to say like somehow they're, well, I'm kind of saying they're idiots, but I'm not trying to say that somehow that I'm smart and they're dumb. All it takes is the ability to let a situation play out in your head. It can't be that hard for folks, right? Sit down at a table. Put some paper out in front of you. And start to draw up the consequences to every action. Do you need timber? Gonna have to cut down a forest to get it. You want a forest? Well, you're not going to be able to use... You're going to be losing money. You're going to lose the ability to build stuff. You have to think about the fallout to each decision. Everything's going to have a blessing and a consequence. And I don't think people who have entered into the world of AI and leadership have the faintest idea about what sort of consequences there are. They're too busy looking at the spreadsheet of the money they'll make, not about the lives they'll ruin, including their own. All these AI companies, how long until they start to automate politics? Do you know that's actually a very real possibility? No, that's ridiculous. Why would you say that? There is no ability for a machine to govern people. Well, we need politicians for that. We have to vote on it. Freedom. Tell that to the next generation when they start to think, Politicians are corruptible. Politicians can be bribed. Let the AI rule us. You don't think people are willing to do that? I've seen people willing to do that. And that's what troubles me so much about it. I'm seeing this movement taking place, and it's so easy to see, but not for everyone to see. Some people can see it, those that have the ability to think about the consequences, to play an idea out in their head. I mean, how many people actually realize that's going to be the fallout of this AI nonsense? That eventually you're going to get people that say, let the AI rule us. I've already heard people make that argument. It didn't take long. Best regards. Oh, I messed that one up. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm so bad with my aiming these days. I need to practice. Oh, shoot. Your target practice, okay? I know you're a bot. You're acting like a bot. You're a target practice. There we go. Okay. Man, I am way out of practice. So anyway, just contemplate what people are willing to do for safety and security. And then start to realize that people will start to crank that up to 11. It will not be long before you start hearing people say that we need a machine to start to do things for us. To reason. I mean, it's already happening. People want to trust an AI more than a human being. Well, correction. Our elites want to trust an AI more than a human being. Common folk are starting to realize the problem. Not as many as it should be, though. Come on, buddy. Your target practice. Come back here. Where did he go? Well, now. Come on. Fine. You know what? Time to go in and do the damage. Mess that up. Overkill. There's people right now that want the AI to be a friend, a lover, a child, a deceased relative. Imagine what happens when somebody who has an infatuation with an AI in some kind is told that that AI can be voted away because people believe it's unhealthy. Oh, look at that, a donut. Can we destroy these characters and then destroy the donut? So ugly, hideous, villainous creatures. Can I destroy that? Oh, it is being destroyed. What a weird thing. There, just get rid of all of them. Much better. What is this? Plop. Interesting. So anyway, leadership. If people were to be able to foresee their own consequences, that person would be wise. If someone can foresee a consequence and then act accordingly, that person should be the sort of person that is a leader of some kind. Now, a lot of us will not be in that category. Well, that thing is strong. Can I destroy it this way? There we go. But I want you just to ponder about that. Shut up about the donut. The Mr. Beastly. No, I don't want. No, I don't want that thing. That thing's garbage. By the way, Mr. Beast is not a leader. He's a very, in my opinion, from my observations, a very bad man. He's exploiting people's desperation or desires and using them for profit. Oh, no, that's not good. Oof. Bezos is a bad man. So is Bill Gates. But here's the thing. They are leaders in many ways. They're cultural leaders. They are successful. They are captains of industry and the voice of the future in many ways. Doesn't mean that you have to listen to their wisdom and decide that you're going to partake in their mistakes. AI will destroy many people's lives. Bezos, Bill Gates, even Elon Musk. People that are developing AI are going to be seen as evil one day. We're going to look back and say that they were the ones that led to the immense downfall of the West. Oh, but the West was already falling. This is going to accelerate it. Right now, the West is trying to recover, and AI is coming along in thwarting that future. You don't have a whole lot of people talking about that. You're getting more people that are starting to realize this. They're starting to wake up and say, what are we doing? What have we created? You don't have... But it does make me wonder, how long until we as a society cast those people's words aside and decide to reject the future that they're trying to forge for us? I've already decided that. Not many people have made that decision, although that number is indeed growing. As people start to lose their jobs and become aware, they are starting to join this anti-AI movement. Some people are like, oh, you guys are a bunch of idiots for wanting to resist. Yeah, well, throughout history, there are times where people make a decision. And sometimes people make the right decision, sometimes they don't. I do believe that those that back the AI now are going to regret it. I don't think it will be all that shocking when it happens. Now, I hope that doesn't come to fighting, but I don't deny that that's a possibility. I mean, it doesn't take much to realize that if you ruin people's jobs, that one day... Uh-oh, that's not good. Oh, phooey. Messed up on my first shot. I'm getting better, though. Just slightly. I saw the chainsaw and wanted to go towards it and get it. So it's not like I'm calling people to arms over it, but I am saying that throughout history, when you ruin people's lives, they become resentful. But this is not going to make a couple of people resentful. This is going to make millions of people, maybe even billions when it's all said and done, suffer. I'm not saying it's going to take away their jobs necessarily, because when you reach a couple of 100 million, that's when I think the people will wake up. But it's still going to ruin people's jobs and careers and whatnot. There's dark factories over in China already, where they just turn out the lights because no one's working there. How long until that happens here? All those factories that we're building over here, how many of them are actually going to be filled with Americans? Unlike a lot of the things that Trump does, when it comes to AI, though, I think someone's tricked him. I think he doesn't even realize it. Either way, we're going to have a huge lower class as a result. Something that the AI enthusiasts don't realize. They're just creating the lower class of tomorrow. Those that use the AI and those that master it. They want to be on the team that has mastered it, but for that to happen, that means they have to kick someone else down the ladder. I know, I say these things to a bit of an extreme, but it's because I've seen what mankind is willing to do for success. In just my own small circles, I've already seen that happen. It just makes me wonder where we are going. I heard that there was some folks that have made movies that are starting to realize that the future of AI will mean that hundreds of people will lose their jobs. And they said that they're not necessarily losing them. They're just not being hired. So thus, we don't hear about the numbers. Recently, oh, golly. Don't talk and run along the edge of a cliff. Let me get myself some more water. Be right back. So Coca-Cola did an ad recently where they used AI to do it. About 40 to 50 people, maybe even more than that, missed out on the opportunity to make that commercial. A lot of money that would have been going to the common folk suddenly went to AI companies. The people that would have been making those commercials, making that commercial in particular, they now cannot pay money for their housing. They're not paying for groceries or products or games or whatnot. The money stops. And the people that would have been making it are now looking for handouts. When AI takes over, who is going to benefit? Only the elite. Everyone else will be a beggar. In recent months have really been convincing me that this actually is going to happen. Sure, it will not work for everything. And I used to think that, oh, well, these companies, they'll learn that they can't hire AI agents to take over. And then something happened. The internet's ability to stream in employees from around the world through robots became a possibility. And then it actually started happening. Yes, there are some people that have noticed that you can go to hotels, and the hotels right now have a screen. You're talking to somebody in India. You just lost a hospitality worker. And that sort of stuff did actually pay pretty decently to work at a hotel. So you lose your hospitality workers. Not everyone, but enough to where it does start to become a bit of a problem. What's the blast radius on this? Not very good. not very good at all. Oh well. So commercial workers are out of a job. A lot of game developers are out of a job. Artists are out of a job. Hospitality's out of a job. Where does it end? Oh, well, again, they'll have to hire these people back eventually, right? Wrong. A lot of these companies, they don't care. They'd rather shut down their business than keep it going. And that's the big realization I've been having as of late. I realize these people don't care at all. And for them, anything that makes money, anything that saves them money, that's all that matters. They're going to go live on a yacht somewhere. Come on, why is this not? Finally was doing some damage. There we go, anonymous. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Ah, I need to do the reload. So think of it like this. Rather than actually increase sales, they're just going to up the price. They've been doing that the last couple of years. Up the price. Make it so that only a few people can buy it. Just decrease the amount that you sell. Your ratio will still make it so that you're making the same amount of money. Why pay to the poor class if they're not going to have any money? Just sell to the rich. Disney's been doing this. And that's the big revelation I've been having. That these people don't care. They don't have any interest in holding back the revolution because they don't care what happens to the common man. Now, remember what I said about leadership. You have to be able to foresee the future. Why do these people, if they've already figured out that they're going to adjust their finances, why are they not the leaders of the future that they need to be? Why is this bad for them? Because human history has taught us when you put pressure on people, they will only go so far, and then they snap. This will be the issue of our future. It is going to become a huge issue. And eventually, we are going to have to come to terms with it. And as a nation, we're going to need to pull back before something bad happens. I think a lot of people are going to be ruined before we say, this is a problem, let's back up. Oh, but you can't stop progress. There's no way to undo it. You know, we actually did do something like this in the late 1800s, early 1900s. There was actually a moment where we realized that companies were getting too large and too ambitious, and then we started breaking apart monopolies. There's other things like genetic engineering where we were like, hey, you know what? This is bad. Let's stop doing it. Oh, sure, we still have people doing it. It's not legal, though, in most cases. It's unethical in all cases. And there are people that are starting to wake up to this sort of stuff. And so it is something where we do have the ability to address it. So just because it's something you can do doesn't mean that's something you should do. And these companies or politicians or whatnot are not thinking about the fact that they're going to create the grounds for a revolution one day. And that revolution is not going to be over political ideology in the same way that others have been. It's going to be over the fact that one side of the culture is being told, roll over and die. And they'll eventually say, no. Why should we be the ones that do that? Why don't we just destroy your companies? That sort of stuff is a very real possibility. And I think that's a very dangerous sort of situation. But it has happened in the past. So why would I, if I was a leader, why would I not take that into consideration? That you can only push a people so far before they snap. Also one of the reasons why they've been trying to sedate us. It's their way of trying to help prevent it. But a lot of people are waking up. So how much longer until they say, you know what, we need to take a stand. We need to stop pushing for this nonsense because it's destroying people. How long until they say that? Probably only when it becomes dangerous. And that will mean that they have failed as leaders. You don't wait for things to get to that point. You make the decision here and now while you have the ability to. Wait, are you the bot? Interesting. I wonder why they started fighting. So, in wisdom, I would, as a leader, say, hey, you know what? This is ruining people's futures. Let's start to make things so that people still have a future. Let's help to prevent the bad from taking over. Let's make an effort to actively decide that we're going to protect. Sure, will we fall behind other nations? Absolutely. But I'd rather have another nation advance and make a mistake and we learn from it than us making the mistake and living permanently with that consequence. Clean up your own messes. Well, people have not been obeying that one. Ooh, cave. Pretty big cave to be discovered. By the way, do you know how caves are usually discovered? It's not a big gaping hole like this. Usually it's something the size... Well, it's a very small size. In fact, some people might even find ones that are so small that only a golf ball can go in. And that was how the crystal caves in Bermuda were discovered. No, they weren't the size. It wasn't a hole the size of a golf ball, but a golf ball found it. Someone was striking their iron against a golf ball, went flying off into the hillside, and they were like, "Wonder where this went." And then they found a little hole. And they were able to lower someone into it, and they found out it was a beautiful cavern. And they made it a tourist spot, and people from around the world would travel to the crystal caves. They widened the opening so that people could go and tour it. But a lot of the times the opening is very, very, very small. I wonder how many people actually pay attention to the ramblings that I have. Probably not many. Like I said earlier, I don't do any favors for myself by the way that I stream. But, you know, something I've learned is if you're not yourself on streams, people will learn. People will figure that out. So I'm trying to be as authentic as normal as I can be. And one of those things is that I don't try and do hype. I'm terrible with hype. I've done it before, and it feels fake. And I'm sure other people realize how fake it is. Some people like it, but I struggle with it. Oh, I messed that up. Is that someone else loading? Or was that just the game glitching a little bit? Oh, look at that is. Thank you for giving me the chance to do some target practice. The cat's claws. Oh! They will have to come this way. It's actually a pretty good position, actually. There we go. It could be a problem. Yeah, I know. Dance all you want. I was experimenting. We'll go for one more and then I'll wrap things up. I know it's... Probably need to change to a different time slot for the holidays. Maybe do something in the early evening. I don't really want to try and take over other people's slots, though. You know, I probably really shouldn't. Well, one thing I've learned during the time that I've not been streaming a whole lot is I'm a lot more productive with other projects, but I'm not productive on others. I think the ones that matter the most are the ones I can do off of stream. I don't know. Not like anyone's found any real interest in some of the other ones I've been doing. But it's something where I think that the majority of the effort that goes into those is better. Because right now the streaming, I don't know what the impact is. Feels minimal. Sometimes it feels meaningful. Sometimes I get told that yes, it did actually matter. Most of the time I think it's more just me rambling into the void like this. Which if you still enjoy this, consider liking the stream. That'd be helpful. What the heck? This is going to the wrong channel. Numbskull. Well, I'll be deleting that one. Phooey, I can't believe I did that. What a weird thing. Why is it going there? Did it glitch on me? I don't know. Odd. Well, that explains a little bit. I'll try and do something tomorrow. Something art related. I think it will actually be another text animation. There's a guy that I remember who reached out to me a couple of months back, a couple of years back now. Sorry, it's been a long time. He wanted to do some video edits for me, and I didn't really have any need for that. Mostly because the, I mean, how many videos can you make out of these sort of ramblings? But it was something where I did see somebody else that did actually go that route, and it was very interesting. I thought they did well. But I know my personality just doesn't lean towards it. But that's one of the reasons why I think that the other projects, the ones that actually are going to matter the most, are the ones that I do off of stream. Because I think that those have some real potential. Oh no. Gotta get out of Dodge. Get out of the way! Yeah, shoot, I don't care. I'm just casually driving. Not a care in the world. So one of those projects that I got to do a lot of progress on was Pharaoh and the Smith. But there was another one that I've been working on. And it gave me some time to go back and revisit it. You know, for the first time in 15 years of trying to troubleshoot this story, I think I finally have it working. That would not have happened if I was streaming constantly. Some things I can do well on stream. The most difficult ones, though, the most important ones, though, they take a long time in isolation. And I'm not really a fan of that. I mean, I don't like isolation, but I still do my best work in that isolation. Phew. Don't have to eat that horrible looking fish. I wonder when Windows became a thing in this game. Oh, that worked. Whoa. Get away from me. Too close. Okay, what is the actual damage on this? Damage low. Got a ray gun. I don't know what that does. I mean, it causes them to freeze, but does it make them weak? Does it take away their shield? I don't know. Hello?
Mouse speaking. Yes, I'm looking for a Mrs. O'Problem. First name B. Yeah, just a minute, I'll check. B.O. Problem. B.O. Problem. Come on, guys, do I have a B.O. problem here? Oh, it's you, isn't it?
That was weird. That was close. That was so very close. Wow. I will not claim any skill in that. I'm not good enough to be able to do that these days. Lug, whatever. Weird thing.
Stupid clone, get out of my way.
Are you saying clock?
Stupid clone, get out of my way.
Just saying. Say it again. Say it again.
Eat and destroy.
Yeah, we're done here. Whoa, Aang's face gets really interesting when he's doing that. The Avatar running around with a chainsaw like this. Very inappropriate. You know, there's one area though, out of all the things that I've done in my life, which honestly, yeah, it doesn't feel like a whole lot to me. I found out from someone else that apparently it has been a lot. Not necessarily success, which is probably why it doesn't stand out to me. But other people look at it and they're like, wow, you've done a whole lot of different things. And yeah, I have done a whole lot of different things. It just hasn't been a whole lot of really successful things. It's variety without legacy in that sense. Well, there's one thing though that I have never been able really to find a great level of success and oh, here we go. Great level of success, but at least I've found slowly a bit of purpose in it, and I can actually enjoy and still find some good here and there, and that is streaming. That being said, I know a lot of folks in the streaming world that struggle. They've put all their eggs into one basket, and that's streaming. And so over the last couple of months, things have not been going so well for streaming, and that's to be expected. I knew that this was coming. I got to hear the inside scoop from people. That was actually a little close. Well, other people don't understand that. And some people are going to be in some financially difficult times here because the world of streaming and making a fortune from it is gone. Just like my character right there. It's gone. And there is no getting it back. The gimmick is over. I've dabbled in this field. I'm not invested into it. I'm not trying to make a living off of it. I knew early on that it was going to be impossible. Didn't stop other people from trying to go that way. And there's some people I'm deeply concerned about. Some people that made very good success early on. And they're struggling over the last year, 2 years, 3 years. And they're not pulling back. How do you persuade somebody that is so invested into the streaming world that they can't see that they need to pull back? How do you tell them when they don't understand and don't care? They're wasting money. They're losing it left and right. And they think, well, one day I'll make my millions. One day I'll be famous. When I play this game, I'm not giving like screaming reactions. I'm not freaking out about stuff. I'm not going over and saying, I'm not doing the fake reactions of going to like the battle pass area like, Simpsons, oh, I'm so excited, oh, that's the best thing ever. I don't do stuff like that. By the way, I am also toning it back. I could do a really all out. I do know how to put on the fake air, but I don't want to. I choose not to. But I know people who do that. They want so desperately to make this stuff work. And they're losing money, and their family is going to suffer as a result. Oh, some of them are single. Some of them have no family. Someone else will pay the bill. Someone always pays the bill. But when I do this, I'm not doing those reactions. I'm not trying to hype it up. I'm trying to be genuine. That's the gimmick of my stream. Be genuine, be honest, be calm, address people with honor and respect, carry on deep subjects, don't avoid stuff. That's my gimmick. You don't make a living doing that. And other people know that. And I know that. I'm not trying to make it work, but other people are. Other people do the hype stuff. They do the screaming. They do the exaggerated stuff. And they are financially in ruins right now. And becoming in ruins. There's a lot of people, they're still making a lot of money. This year, you will see a whole lot of them quit. Some of them were in trouble at the pandemic. And they're just now going to be faced with that reality that they'll have to let everyone go. By the way, that's one of the reasons why I never hired the guy to help out with the editing. because I knew this industry was going to die. And the bots that have taken over everything. We're going to make this the most unprofitable sort of business that you can have. The most important thing, try to make something that matters, something that makes a difference. For me, let's try and make stories like this. You can't really see it here, but you can see it over in the advertisement over on the left, the side of the screen there. And that's the story that I wrote. I'm making a printed version that will be out shortly. Or stickers. I mean, not really great, wonderful stickers. Haven't only given away 2 of them so far. But that stuff is all dabbling. It's not designed to be successful. It's designed to see what happens. And on that note, we'll be ending there. And we will see what happens with these streams as we go on. With the business ideas that I have, the harebrained ideas. Anyway, have a very pleasant evening and morning, everybody. Just a reminder, no matter where you are in life, be civil to one another as much as you can, and make a difference in the lives of those around you. Help them when they are hurting, and pay attention to the fallout of your decisions so that you may start to plan accordingly and make wiser decisions as time goes on, whether you become a leader or not. Until next time, folks, have a very pleasant evening.